well. How
Long
about
time
you?
no see. Long time no see, my
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Long time no see. So, welcome back to another episode of our pod. Today, you guys gonna love this one. This one should be pretty fun for you guys. We really want to start off with a few applicable things that you can do right now if you actually have a business, or you're thinking about scaling a business, or you're just thinking about whatever you actually about to do with business overall. These are
Hmm.
applicable skills that I actually learned while doing business. I've been doing business now for 4 years, and every year just becomes something else. Every year is just like a different realization that I actually got from this. So, a few things that I really want to talk about is what does it mean to scale a business? What does it mean to scale a business to you, Malik? What do you think?
Okay, to scale a business, I think that's a very good question. I never thought about that before.
Right.
But to scale a business, I would say to make the business bigger, um, using more leverage to do more customers at the same time, and
Hmm.
just being able to go bigger in terms of the business. But what would your definition be, or what is the definition?
Well, the definition would just be basically serving more people,
Hmm. Okay.
right? So whenever you're scaling anything, a business would just be a business is around because like you create a business to give someone something or to serve someone, right? And
Hmm.
whatever business you actually in, you're solving a problem. So usually people would just be solving a problem, and the way how you can say you're gonna scale that business is by solving more of that problem to more people overall. So
Okay.
if I'm thinking about scaling anything, it's just how much more can I actually do, right? And when I see people like real titans in like this world right now, bro, it's just insane. When I think about someone, when I talk about scale, ever heard the story of Sam Walton,
Yeah, the Walmart family.
Walmart family? So
Hmm.
have you ever read his book before?
No, no.
How did you hear about that story? What did you hear about that? Like, where do you even know about Sam? Where did you hear about Sam ever?
I applied to a Walmart job before, and they run you through the entire history of Walmart.
Wow. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Yo.
To work at Walmart, Five Guys, all of those, they run you through the background of the company as the first days before you start.
Even know that, dog. Like, that's crazy. I never applied for a Walmart job before. Yo, that wild.
Yes.
Yo, that's crazy, bro, dog. You should just be doing shit. No, yo.
Yeah, man.
So, yo, no, like reading his book is amazing, bro. I'm halfway through his book right now, and then it's just insane when you can think about like a guy that just start like a full everyday item selling shop, and if you see where people start and where they end up, is like that is the definition of scale.
Hmm.
That's the definition of scale, bro. So it just seemed like no scaling can only take place when you start to identify like who you actually are and what your business actually doing, and then you pair it with something, and then when you
Hmm.
pair it with something, no, you give it like an identity, right? So this is why when somebody think about Walmart, you just think about, okay, anything more, okay, get it at Walmart. If you think about something, you just say, okay, anything more, you just get it at Walmart, and you're like, uh no, a city wouldn't even be a city if it doesn't have a Walmart.
Hmm.
Nothing would even, you would be like, oh, do you have a Walmart? People would define a city by just saying, is there a Walmart there? Like, that crazy, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
no, it's just when you see something like that, it just make it be so much less complex than what I would think of these things as. So now when I can apply it to my business right now, it's just
Hmm.
these lessons that I actually apply to my business just insane because no, I scaled my business from the dirt where like 2 cars, or you start off with 2 cars and then we have 44 cars, right?
Yeah.
That don't even make sense. So the
Mm-hmm.
definition of scale is I was doing it from before I can even like before no I even research what scaling is and how you scale. No is like no in my life I'm seeing what scaling actually is. So it's so crazy how you can like be doing something your whole life and then no you don't even know what you're doing. I know you're actually old enough to can give it like a definition to say, okay, like
Mm-hmm.
you're scaling. That's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So me now, not even realizing that, okay, that's what you're doing. I know you actually can learn how to do it. So now when you're intentionally doing something, now you actually can get better at it by force because you're intentionally knowing exactly what you're doing. Right.
Yes.
So usually people scale anything. People scale anything, bro. Like any possible thing, and people even do it without even knowing. If anything you're doing, once you're doing more, you're scaling at some point. Like that's just what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
my whole
you
yeah, go
could
ahead.
break it down. You could break it
Mhm.
down. Your scaling is that first you had 2 income vehicles, and now
Right,
you have 40 income vehicles.
right,
And you can have 40 out making money for you at one time
right,
versus
right.
at the start you only had 2 going out making money. Now you have 40 at a time.
Just
Like
going
someone
like
that has,
all out,
yeah.
and that insane because it's like no anything you want to do, realizing that how business work. The only way to make more money is just by doing more.
Mhm.
Like sometimes there's not even like a it's it's just what it is. You just have to do more in order to make more money. And when you really think about that, when you come on to making more money of any type, I can realize that if I had more cars, equal more money. Every time somebody said to me, "Hey, you have a car? Do you have a car?" I don't have it, and it's just I realized that okay, shit. If I had more cars, this would have been more money, and you end up sending these people somewhere else, and that's just revenue just walking out, all because you just never have more or whatever they needed. And
Mhm.
that to me just like it just insane because even though when I solved that problem, I did feel like, yep, I solved that problem. So, and then no, I still end up don't have enough. Still end
Wow.
up don't have enough. Exactly. So it just I never had enough. But no, like things obviously we have enough no because like season slow, like it slowed down a little bit now, but it's still drastically busy. Like you still have cars going out every single day, and then no one I really see how it is just how you scale, right? So
Mm.
no, you're talking about okay, we scale and we say like we end up doing it, but how you scale because doing more anything, you're gonna take more money, right?
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
I start realizing that like eliminating expenses is another art. So
This
scaling by
this is
eliminating
a great
expenses,
great segue.
right,
And if anybody is watching this, I am telling you first, and this is wiser than you think because you're
right,
not only increasing income, you're making sure that the expenses don't creep up on you.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly, because it's like a bar to me. I look at this stuff like an actual bar, and the only way to actually see these things, and the only way, hold on, I don't even know
Draw
if I
it
can
or
log
something.
in. Yeah, I would try draw it. But can you draw? Can we draw within here?
Yes, I think so. Um, Try that one. Are you seeing that one? A whiteboard or no?
Need access. Request access. Yeah, just requested access from it.
I- Whiteboard. Hmm.
Well, I have one.
All right, do that one then. I'm not sure about this one.
All right. So let me share the screen right now. So we
Yep.
probably just gonna have to speed up this entire screen window. We're gonna do entire screen.
Sweet.
All right. So inside of here. All right. So the way how we wanted to like define the way how we wanted to define this thing, right, is by defining what it is. So usually you would have this where you have income, and then you would have expenses. Yeah, we're just gonna call it expenses, right? And then this gonna be called income, right? So the goal is always to increase this thing, and then you definitely want to like decrease this thing in any business, like literally any business. So the goal is to just get this to just be on a trajectory where we're having an increase in income, we're having an increase in income, and then we're having like a decrease in expenses. So usually people income go like this, where say you're making like 5K per month, right? And then when you're actually here, you end up making like 10K per month. Usually, a lot of people can like go up to the top, boom, 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 in scale. So now we're at like 50K per month. This is like a per month basis. This is how you scale. But usually, what happens is whenever you have a business, every time you start do more or anything, you end up having like your expenses also go up as well. It literally will go up without you even like doing anything. That's just what's going to happen. So if if I have like cars right now, the only way to actually do more and scale is to by having more cars, right? And then the normal person gonna think that, oh shit, so now if more cars, that means we have to end up buying more cars, and then we have to end up having more cars.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have more cars, you have more mechanical problems, and then you have
Mm-hmm.
more things happening. So in order to so I found myself with a company that we're renting cars and we're doing stuff like that. So the only way like I could have just like just expand and scale and just get bigger is just by having more cars. There's nothing else you can do. Like you can do a bunch of add-ons all you want with two cars. You could have give them anything else. Once those two cars on the road, you can't do anything else. There's no more ways to make money. So the only ways is to just have more cars. So the
Mm-hmm.
way how I used to scale is just by buying more cars, and then I realized that that never worked. It never worked because once I did have more cars, I have more mechanical problems. One time I literally leave to go on like a 1 week trip to go do some shit. I come back, all cars have tickets. All cars have tickets. So just imagine when you have those cars, you own those cars, and those tickets are on you. They're all on you, like just you. So now
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to pay one parking ticket, but just imagine when you pay like 20 parking ticket, 15 parking
Mm-hmm.
ticket. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. So now it just add up so fast. So now the
Mm-hmm.
only way I could have scaled is by practicing something called um you have something right now called OPM. So this is the way how people scale with OPM. So OPM is just short for other people's money. right? Other people's money. I don't even know how I can like spread that out. Other people money. That's the way how I think about this thing. So this was the only way in order to scale, by just using other people's money and get myself cars, right? But when you use other people's money and get yourself, you don't want the actual money. So I actually thought that was my problem. I needed the money to buy cars. I needed the money to buy cars. I used to think that was the problem, but then I realized that you don't have to do that. Like you could have just get the direct thing when you need, which is just the car. Like you don't need to have the money itself. You literally just need to have the car. So now I end up transfer that from OPM to OPC. So I turn that to not other people's money now, but other people's cars. So that was the only way that I could scale, right? So now I start getting other people's cars. I know I have this thing going up, and then I have this thing going down. That was the
Mhm.
only that was the only way, because guess what? Now when I have other people's things or other people's car or whatever, no, I'm using their asset, and then it's like a mutual beneficial thing where you have to make it make sense for the person that you're using it. So nobody won't invest for no reason. People just don't get up and just say, "Hey, like I want to invest to you for no, like I like you, I like you,
Yeah.
I just like you, and that's it." Like nobody don't care. You always what's in it for them, what's in it for them, right? So you have to make it make sense. So the only way I realized that it would have made sense is if I redesign the whole entire company. Like I had to just redesign the whole entire thing and change from like a car rental, and I decided that that was not the business. Car rentals was not the business, right? This wasn't the business. It was management, management. And then once we realize that that's the business, we start now go intentional, and you go intentional on the actual, like the thought, the process now. So the
Mhm.
only way to do that was to just go intentional on the process. And once you go intentional on the process, that's how we scaled from 2 cars to 44 cars.
Mhm.
That's insane. That's intense, bro. That's super intense. But when it come on to all these other things, it's like you have to ask yourself, so if I can learn this stuff from doodles, like just we just make like a whole complex thing look so easy when it come on to just doodling. Just we're just doodling on here. And like this process right now, you wouldn't even learn this in school. Like nobody would teach you this in school, because guess what? They're not teaching you how to like scale anything. They're not teaching you. There's nothing to teach you to scale anything. Like they in school they actually don't. You did learn how to like directly just start and grow a business.
No, no.
Did you learn that exact process?
Well, I mean, you remember school and they did run us through some projects where people started companies.
Yeah, people did started companies, but what happened was how you start a real company, because it's just they give you this project and say, hey, yeah, do this thing, start this company, whatever. But really and truly, it's not fair, because that's not the right way. Because really and truly, the companies they tell us, say, okay, start this. You don't, they never even show you that, okay, starting the thing, you have to first identify a problem. And if there's no
There.
problem, and if you there's because if them cheat the system by just giving you the problem and say, hey, start this type of company, and you just start the company and just do your project. What happened is you just do your project and you didn't even do the fun part of identify the problem first that it can be like solve this specific problem.
Mhm.
So if them just get up and say, hey, John has X shop and he has this thing, create a business from that. They just gave you the problem. Like you never had to figure out nothing. So them just set you up for failure anyways, because in life, nobody's just gonna be like, start this company and make this money. No, like you literally have to do the part where you say, I know that people have this problem and this solution would solve it. And then that solution, all you have to do is just figure out how you can solve it for more and more people over time. So like that's just what I see. That's how I like learned that, and you learned that from being in the streets. Like that's the only
Mhm.
way you're being in the streets, bro, by learning that shit. And then it's so crazy where I have one topic on here, one of my topics now, where I said like everything they taught us in school, it turns out it has to be opposite in real life. Like it turns out to be opposite. Why do you think? Why do you think that? Why do you think Mother said
I'm
that? What
I'm
real
not
life
sure.
example you have?
I'm
Like,
not sure. Explain.
all right, so this what happened, right? In college or in school, not even just college, school overall. If you get a bad grade, what happens?
You repeat or you have to do it over?
Oh, so if you get a bad grade, you repeat and you have to do it over. And if you on a test and you get the answer wrong, what happened?
You fail.
You fail the test. So that's so insane. Where school now painted a picture, because every time you fail, every time you get things wrong, what happened is you are punished for that thing, right? And now you're punished. So now you grow up thinking that failing is such a bad thing. Failing is the worst possible thing I could ever do. So all
Mhm.
you try to do is go through life now as a grown person. After them give you 8 years of slapping you and telling you, hey, don't fail, get the answers right. That's the only
Mhm.
thing you need to do. So now, if they told you that you have to get all these answers right, and that's the only way you can become successful, you're set up for failure. You're literally
Mhm.
set up for failure, because what happened is in life and in business and like if you don't fail, you will never know what to do next time. So failing in life, opposing to school, failing in life is a good thing, but then failing in school is such a bad thing. So everything they taught you in school is just super opposite when it come on to real life. Like, because now you don't want to go through your life with like saying, "Oh my gosh, like I can't fail this. I don't want to fail this. I need to be perfect at this. This needs to be right. This needs to be perfect." So some people go through their life without ever starting a real business or ever doing something just spectacular or weird or just unusual, because they're going through with the idea that if I fail at this thing, I will be bad. Like life is going to be bad on me, right?
Mhm.
So they end up just never doing it. So halfway through life, a lot of people get to 30 years old, 40 years old, and then at that point, them realize that, oh shit, I want to, you know what? I want to go start that business because I don't care. Fuck it. That life beat me up already. So what
Mhm.
will fucking happen right now? So it take them until them are 40 years old to actually go start like a legitimate business. So now I've seen these errors, I've seen these problems. So instead of like just not trying, I get to realize that, so what if me fail? So what? You just do it anyways, bro.
Mhm.
Because I can guarantee you right now, every time I do something, it fail. Every time. Every time I do something, it fail. But what really happened is what happened after the fail. Like, do you just You just don't, because remember, insanity is when you're doing the same thing over and over, expecting like a different fucking result, right? So if your brain competent enough to be like, okay, this don't work, no, this other thing have to work. But once you operate under the same umbrella, like the same field, just don't be that type of person where this business don't work, so I'm gonna try this business. No. Don't do that. Don't you will literally also fail at that as well. So you said this never work in this business, but this other thing should work in the same business. So now you're trying different ideas in the same business, even though the first thing just failed. So so don't be upset that the first thing failed. It's supposed to fail. If it did go good at the first time, that would actually be amazing. That's a once in a lifetime thing, right? So
Mhm.
it's supposed to fail. Like 99 of the time, it's supposed to fail. So now all you're doing is you're doing the same business, but you're just doing a different idea within. If you start thinking like that, because the only way to become truly successful is by choosing a thing and sticking to it and just sticking to that one thing. Like like every time I read an autobiography of like a business owner or somebody that start a company or get it out the mud or whatever, it's just I realize it's just the same pattern, right? So even though it's a different story, and even though it's a different entrepreneur like talking about his life or whatever and how him actually do whatever, you get to realize that okay, so you failed inside the business, but you just kept doing the same business and just try another thing within the same niche, right? That's what you okay, that's what you did. Because every story is basically the same thing. Because when an artist or a rapper tell you their thing, they will tell you all these failures, but they still kept rapping. When a entrepreneur like Sam Walton tell you, oh shit, this never work in Walmart or this never work in this place, they still kept doing Walmart. They just did Walmart, but just try another thing within Walmart. If they just stop doing Walmart and then go do another business, Walmart wouldn't be Walmart. You understand? They just kept doing the same entire thing. So
Mhm.
no, I get for real because a lot of times I always realize when people tell me, "Oh, this don't work because me try it and it," but them not one thing them try. Them just try one thing. So
Mhm.
no, they must say the entire business don't work because you try one thing and that one thing never worked, right? So that's so unfair and lazy of you.
Mhm.
That's so unfair and lazy of you. You can't do that, guy. You can't do that, guy. You need to stop that, bro. Like, because if like you end up doing that, no, you don't even give yourself a chance to say, okay, I'm gonna try 15 things, I'm gonna try 20 things in the same niche, the same thing. Because buying cars for me never work. Because the first plan was save money and buy a car. So
Mhm.
save money from a job and just buy more cars. And when we done do the math of how much may I get paid and how long it would have taken me to buy 20 cars, it would have taken me years. It would have taken me years. So that never did innate. That just outtake because we're Gen Z. So us as a Gen Z person, your brain can't even compute years of no. What's next summer? What's happening next summer? That's it. Or what's happening for the end of this year? Like what that go happen? Your Gen Z brain can't even process years of saving and buying one car, saving and buying another car, saving and but you don't want to do that. And then taking a loan from somebody never work because you end up just paying, you're owning all the cars and now you pay for all these cars. So that never work. So no, the only other so you see me I fail at these things. I'm failing at these things.
Mhm.
So if I never fail at these things, how would I know if it work? How me know what work and what don't work? Like
Mhm.
that's the only way. There's no other way. The only other way though is by hearing a podcast just like this from two
Mhm.
guys telling you that you should do this instead. You understand? Like
Just telling you what worked.
the what worked. That's it. So
Yeah.
learning from somebody else's mistakes, that's like the only other way. Like if you can't learn that, then I'm sorry, my friend. You won't be able to process these things like you cannot. So no, that's just how I look at it, bro. Like that's how I view these things, and like that's how I view how scaling works and what you actually get done, right? I know the last
Mhm.
thing I really want to cover is what I've actually been seeing. So every business book I've read so far, they kept saying this one thing to me, bro, and it was just I kept looking over it. So they always say, "Pay yourself first, pay yourself first, pay yourself first, pay yourself first." And I'm just like,
Mhm.
"Oh, that's not possible." Because if you hear that as a person, if you just work a regular job, you won't even you're gonna be like, "What I thought about?" Like, they get paid first. Of course, I do get paid first. Like, so it don't make sense to you, right? It doesn't.
Mhm.
But from a business perspective, if you're like a business owner, you get free. When you hear somebody say pay yourself first, you're like, what? This is impossible. That don't even possible. Because in any business, the thing what actually happen is you pay everything first before you get it. So think about this, right? So think about the process of having renting a car to a person, right? Before I can get paid for that car, I first have to buy the car, so I'm paying this guy for the car. I first have to buy gas, right? I have to buy gas in this car. I have to have that up. And then after, I have to not only buy gas, I have to make sure the car registered and insured and all these things. And then I'm paying for all those things first, right? And then not only that, but any subscription you have to make sure the business run correctly, those people getting paid first. And then, and only then, you're now getting paid from the customer. But when you even get paid from the customer, you still don't even get paid yet. So you
Mhm.
still haven't even gotten paid yet. Because remember, you need to pay whatever expense you have. So any form of expense you have. So if you have like a building, if you have overhead, if you have rent, that money where the customer pays needs to can cover that rent, cover any employees you have, cover any form of like subscriptions, and then the profit, that little slither, that little, that little razor blade is yours.
Mhm.
So you basically get paid last in any business. You get paid last, guaranteed, right? So if you can realize that, yo, you're getting paid last, and then you read a book, and then that person in this book is telling you, pay yourself first, pay yourself first. Shut up. That not possible. That
Mhm.
don't possible. So, but now, yeah, I get to realize that you have to structure your business where if I really want to get paid first, I have to structure it that way. So it
Mhm.
is possible, but you have to structure it that way. So now I have to structure myself where I treat myself just like an employee, where I give myself a paycheck every week, just like that.
Mhm.
And then, because my employees get paycheck every week. So if my employees get paycheck every week, then I get a paycheck every week as well. It's the same,
Mhm.
right? So that's the only way you can pay yourself first, and then you just take that money and just stash it off in one little freaking investment or some more Bitcoin or whatever. That's the only way, bro. Like you can't even. It's just impossible when you hear these people say these words, and then what it take for a business person, it's very complex. You can't just pay yourself first. That don't make sense, right? But that's my take when you come onto business, and I really hope that you guys can actually take something from that when you really find yourself just doing these exact things, because it's all the same when you really think about it. Like everything is the same, no matter what you're doing, no matter what business you're doing. But going forward on the next topics, my friend, you know. So what are some of the
Yes.
topics that you did want to cover?
Okay. So the first topic, and not to be political, our podcast isn't we're not to any political side,
Right.
but basically this is a policy that might come, and just tell me what you think. I can tell you what I think. So this is a policy from the Harris campaign, and they plan to tax people who probably have assets more than 100 million. on their what unrealized gains, their capital gains.
This lady
So if
must be stopped. She must be stopped, bro. Like, I can't keep doing this shit. Is this a real story?
this is real, this is real.
So you're
So,
telling me I didn't even sell the stock. I just have it.
yes, yes.
You need to sell it. All you need to do is be rich enough. It's like she try to decimate rich people. Just so wait, what's she doing? She now gonna try to get rich. Let's see how much shell companies get created. How much how much shell created companies is gonna get created? Because this gonna affect her. This gonna
They
affect
were
her.
s- they were saying that she and the vice president don't really have any stocks or bonds, so it don't really affect.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking.
It doesn't really affect
It
them, you know.
doesn't
They're like
affect.
whatever, whatever.
You
It's
know,
kind of funny.
no, you know what happened? You know what I realized? You know what I realized? This is a trick also. This is what I learned in business as well, bro. The people don't have the stock. They have the franchise. So a Popeyes, they wouldn't have a Popeyes stock. They would just have a Popeyes, right?
Yo, just have the business, right?
Just have the thing. Just have the thing. A Starbucks, they wouldn't have a Starbucks stock. They just have a Starbucks. They just
Mhm.
own one, right? So now I promise you, she in one of these games, in a bro. They own some businesses, in a bro. Like you know it,
Probably.
of course. So of
I
course
don't
they
know.
don't have the stock. Of course not. We don't need
I
it.
don't know.
We have the thing.
Yeah,
This is
not
wild though. If
sure.
she do this, she must be stopped, bro. Like this is crazy.
It's what like a lot of the people in the party kind of believe. Like the people at the top are too rich, and if they pay taxes, we can
Right.
solve all of the debt and the deficit and all that. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but this is something to look out for because if this comes into play, like people would just probably just sell. They would just be like, all right, let me just come out to the US market.
Right.
This doesn't make sense. Let me just move to the UK or Japan or something else.
Mm.
And that would cause a sell-off in the stock market because people would say there's no reason for me to have more than 100 million in the US stock market because you're gonna tax me. So
Fucking
I
hell.
would move my
Yeah,
assets.
bro. And it's so crazy how it's like to see how much that would affect people. People would be scared to get rich. I'm just like people would be like, I don't want to get too rich because like, oh my gosh. Imagine that. Imagine you're scared to get too rich because
Yeah.
just some maniac lady just have some shadow figure telling her what to do. Some freaking shadow guy in the back just saying, yeah, this is it. Raise the stock thing. Yeah, man. Just tax the unrealized gains. Yeah. This is
Yeah.
like,
This is
imagine,
crazy. Like I don't know what is behind all of this. I know this is not her. Everybody knows she's not making up these policies. Like
you can, bro. You
she
can't
don't
make this
care
up,
about this.
bro. Dog, this is being told what to do at this point. At this point, like you're not even trying. Should even try to make we believe say a fair idea is this anymore.
Yeah,
No,
like
it's just she just regurgitate anything the shadow figure some shadow man. They're back just to say these things like him are the true person. Him are the true person. So him are the actual true person. Or usually it can be like a body of shadow figures, like a body of people just
some
bro, that is
lizard people
crazy.
or something.
So listen,
All right, so the next one, I don't know if you heard about this. What? But
what's the thing,
what?
bro? What's the thing about like the fact that hold on. What's the thing about the fact well look at these things.
Let me see.
No, yeah, look at these things, bro. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah,
You see these shadow figures, bro.
these
They're
people
just
are
in at the back.
real,
They're just in at the
real.
back. Just a tell her what to do, bro. Just a tell her what to do. And it's
Real
like
people.
you can't even make this up. Like these policies when she said, "Oh, I know just anything." Because if you really think about it, right, a poor person would love to see the demise of a rich person.
Yes. Yes.
So,
They're living for that. Like them
no,
should not be that rich at all. All the boy Elon, fucking Elon does have
no, no,
money.
no, 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 bro. Like
Your
today,
camera gone, bro.
I'm gonna. Today, all right. Shit. Okay.
You got
The camera come back. All right, come back here, sir. Oh shit, hold on. He's like he can't even make. You can't even do anything like change it now. This 360 is wild.
because it
Don't
was
show this again.
following you, I think.
Yeah, it was following me over there. Okay. All right. He did just need to
There we
find my
go.
eyes. So
Yeah.
the reason why I say this, bro, is because most of these things you can't even like these rules, these policies, just the things that them actually saying. It don't even make sense anymore. It's just I go to the restaurant and it's like it's always the we show you. And this is what you can use for judge it, right? Because this is what I use to judge it, right? I noticed that most business owners that I know, most people who actually contribute to society, they just voted for Trump, bro. They know it, you know. This is the only fucking answer right now, right? And then I noticed that the people who don't really contribute much to society, which is just the people who like they don't want to work too hard and they don't want to start no business, they don't want to do nothing. When they hear some policy rule like this, you know, bro, because I hear
See,
it, so,
take
bro,
money from that guy. Just take money from him and give it to
yes,
me.
yes. So it's just, I shouldn't work for nothing. This guy is too rich. They don't get to be that rich. Why did he get to be that rich? That is very bad. He's a bad guy. Like, bro, I hear these guys talking about, I'm like, bro, we mean what? So you lay down until 10 every day. Why him get to be so rich? And they must tax him. They must decimate him. He treated like shit just because you decide that you don't want to work too hard. You don't want to try. You just want, yeah, man. That is it.
Mhm.
That's just wrong, bro. Like that to me, it is tasteful. It is tasteful, and every time. So no, I was like, I wasn't against the Kamala thing. But when I see the type of people who are saying, "Yeah, come on, yeah, come on," I'm like, "Wait, no, hold on here, hold on here. You're lazy. I know it. I know you're a lazy guy. I know you don't do nothing hard. So if you like this, me don't even have to know about what Trump do. Me just know that at the other option, me must go with because if you like that, then I know for a fact."
Mhm.
Wow. So let's read what your grok says. So the question you
So,
asked was, tell me the difference between Biden corporation tax, Trump tax, and Kamala tax policies. Unbiased answer. Here's a comparison based on the information available in September. Yo, it give you up to date. This is wild.
grok you.
Wild. Exactly. Corporate tax rate. Trump under Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. TCJA of 2017. The corporate tax rate was reduced from 35% to 21%. Trump has expressed intentions to keep this tax rate or even lower it further to 20%. Well, Biden proposing raising corporate tax rate from 20. You can't make this up. You can't make it. Like, who is this guy?
to reverse part of the TCJA cut. Yo, people read this? As in, wait, bro, I've never even. All right, hold on. From 21% to 28%, aiming to reverse the part of the TCJA's cuts, though not restoring it to the pre-TCJA level of 35%. So it's not that bad, but I'll still raise it for you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you still, basically.
Not to before.
Kamala, following the Biden-Harris administration proposals, Kamala Harris supports raising corporate tax rates to 28%, aligning with Biden's policies. So you're saying right now that I have a business, I'm contributing to society, I'm providing value, I'm punished for this thing.
Yep.
I'm punished for that, right? And then the guy that doesn't really contribute wakes at 10 and then don't really do nothing. Him just get him look a W2, not try, do nothing else, and just fuck around and just who knows what he's doing on whatever ends after work. And this is who we are trying to like, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's because you know what I realize? You have a majority of people who don't own businesses and don't know what it takes in the world over people who own businesses and know what it takes. So you have less business owners in the world than actual people who work in the business. So this tax thing wouldn't affect them.
I mean, think about it. These businesses just pass on these taxes to the customer. Like, if they pay a higher tax, they just charge more to the customer.
But that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying to you. So it's just like people don't realize that they're sabotaging themselves. And then what happens is they end up being in a country with things higher, which is that's exactly what went down. That's exactly the reason why things got so expensive. Inflation became a thing because if the business are paying more taxes, never sell my thing more expensive. That's just are you a cause this? Are you a cause this thing?
Doesn't really affect them.
It doesn't, bro. No, it affects the business for sure, bro. To be honest, right? But what happened is it affects the customer in the long run, and the thing with them think, yeah, we should tax them higher. Like you don't even realize that the same person who own the thing where you say if you tax higher because him too rich. You go his store, you go to Walmart, you buy on Amazon, you shop from these places. So you are gonna pay more for whatever. So you are fuck your own self by asking them to bro, you're an idiot. And like people just support this no form of caring in the world. Don't even try to like understand these things. I mean, just like, yo, do you understand that like clown school? It just don't make sense. It don't make sense to me.
Yeah, man.
So look at this thing about unrealized gains. So go back on Grok. Go back on Grok. Because he said go back on Grok. Proposes a tax on unrealized gain, but this is actually the up-to-date one, which would be the first in American tax policy, potentially at a rate of 25%. According to this, man, fuck this, bro.
Yeah, can you imagine you pay 25% and then the stock go down 25%, so you just lose 50%. You lose 50%, and you didn't sell. You haven't done anything.
Selling as a participate.
Yeah.
You just try to keep the company afloat. Remember, you know, a person buying a stock is just keeping that company afloat. You know, you're now the investor in that company. The public is now the investor, and it's just like. Every company will go public. No, the stock is up, and you know, literally, pay money to the government on money that you didn't even. You just have it in there. You just had it in there doing nothing. So the question is, what do they do with that 25% that they get? What do they do with that?
You ask too much questions, man.
Okay,
You ask too much questions.
I'm asking too much questions. Someone might eliminate me if
So
that question.
they give it a stimulus, just
Stimulus, right?
maybe a little bit for a stimulus and a little bit for a
Maybe.
pocket.
Maybe. And it's so crazy because it don't even matter because these are the people printing it anyway. So you know, them just make up whatever. Them just yeah, make it up. Yeah, whatever. Stimulus, sure. This thing, sure. Whatever, sure. We just print more, sure. Doesn't matter. Like, but they will print the money, but yeah, so I feel like taxes and everything is just an illusion. Like all that is an illusion. So capital gains tax.
So this is if you have stocks, Bitcoin, anything like that.
Yes. So Trump's policy kept to lower the rate around the 20%, not included the net investment of income tax. Biden has proposed taxing capital gains at the same rate as ordinary income. Oh my gosh, this man must be stopped. Why? Like, do they not have investments, bro? Do these people don't do? They don't do this. They don't have nothing. That's the only way, dog. Because look, you see, the majority of simpletons, you know, they don't have no fucking investment. You know, they don't have no investment.
This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter.
No, they don't have no investment, bro. Exactly, dog. They're barely surviving. You talk about investments. Fucking investments. So it's just like, and a majority of those people in our world, you know, that are the craziest thing in the dog. Like the majority of those non-investment having people is in this world. High as 44%. Man, potatoes don't have it. Potatoes, nothing. You can't have this on the market, bro. If that come around, dog, like I would never vote for this, bro. Like I would never, bro. Why, dog? Like this is fucked.
But you're black and she's black.
It's the black woman. It's the black bro. This is fucked. Like, dog, no, as in, bro, think about this, bro. Like, this is so bad. Like, and the average person don't get affected by this. They just don't get affected. It's like this don't even matter to them, bro, because I'm like, dude, look at this thing. This is obviously so bad, bro.
Yeah, bro. Everybody realize. Well, people that awake realize, like, yo, this is.
It's like, dog. It's like, no, man. All right, now this actually make way more sense to me now, because all right, right now, you know the people who me think about when we think about Kamala and this shit. Me think about because we should even say name on this thing, like name is on this thing, like you know, David at the coop, work at the coop, and the coop people have the people are from there. Yeah. That is Team Kamala, bro. I'm just like, listen, of course, of course you guys are. Because this would never affect you guys. You don't even want to hear, if them hear the word stock, them bored.
Oh.
If they hear the word stock or invest, all right, you ever see some people where if you say certain words around them, you know, so like that throw off the vibe, that would have throw off the vibe. So you say investment. Words like investment, stock. Like
I was doing Uber the other night, and then like I'm playing like all in podcast or something, and the guy's like, "Hello, I'm on vacation. I don't want to listen to this politics thing right now."
Well, like, man, turn that fucking shit off, man. Like, yo, what you do when somebody said that to you? Like, you get awkward.
No. I just switched to whatever they want.
Oh, okay, that's crazy, bro. You need to have a way that somebody can choose what they want to listen to, because I'm telling you, bro. Like when I do Uber sometimes, bro, it's like I look at the person and I judge them.
I do that.
Because I don't just play the same song I don't just play the same song for every person. I can't do that. Or I don't play songs. Some people I don't play songs. Some people I would have put on, if I see like some little girls come in, I would put on some bullshit, like some fictional bullshit.
Miley Cyrus, what about Miley
I don't know
Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus, bro. Don't know these people. That
Demi
listen to
Lovato.
this nigga. You obviously 20 odd.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Jojo Siwa.
Those things of our year, you know, they have different years. You know?
No,
You know,
Miley
your
Cyrus has a
mind-
song. Miley
No,
Cyrus
your
has a
mind
recent
just
song,
stuck.
no?
Your mind just stuck with those people. But really and truly, you have different people out there that are like, you know, updated Miley Cyrus.
I would be out of my range if I played the other songs that I didn't know. I know
Oh,
Morgan Wallen, Miley Cyrus.
But
People tend to love them.
no, bro, you just have some girl YouTube channel doing some bullshit, like you know the girl, the YouTube channel where them all them do are challenges and fuck her like that.
That's
Like,
what you'll be watching. You're joking.
I don't be watching that. I'm just saying I judge the person, and I would put on some shit when I would know that like they would like, or
Got it.
I would just see the person and I'll be like, okay, this is an old person, so I get him like some songs, bullshit songs.
Mhm.
But calling for taxes.
Yeah. So
Taxes
this, I
on
think,
tips.
this benefits also the persons at Coop as well, because I think this would kind of speak to them as
Yeah,
a
because
server.
this is their leader. This is their leader. Of course, this speaks to them. Dog,
Mhm.
I notice, you know, Biden them smart, you know, bro. Don't think they
Yeah.
don't know what they're doing, you know.
They're
They know what
smart.
they're doing.
They're
because
very smart.
They're appealing to the masses, bro. They're appealing to, because let me show you why the democracy thing smart. I feel like it's smart, and I feel like they know exactly what they're doing, because what happened is they start appealing to like just you have more poor people than people who actually like get it and rich and have them shit together. Like you have more poorer people who don't have them shit together than those type of people. So when you see this thing about taxing the rich and doing this thing and like appealing to those guys, and I'm just wondering, like, you don't, what's Biden's net worth? Like, you can just tell that he don't even try to get too rich. Him not try to get too rich. You just try just keep him shit just mid, because you don't hear of him having no bags, bro. You don't hear of him having no bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
He's
hear
not.
of
He's
him.
not.
Yeah, I don't see him having no bags. So that's just another thing that I just look at like, this is just wild. This is wild to me. This is the most graphic. But a lot of these things, bro, I can't even like put a finger on it when it comes on to who to vote for, because you don't even know who to really vote for. But
Mhm.
what's the other topic? What's another topic?
So the other topic, I don't know if you heard about this, but so NASA, after they went to the moon, they decided to kind of outsource their space travel after that. Two companies got the contract, which was Boeing and SpaceX. And Boeing actually went to space recently and their astronauts got stuck and they weren't able to come back. And then SpaceX had to actually had to send or is sending a spaceship up for them now to save them.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're claiming that they're actually hearing stuff in space. I'm not sure how true this is, but they're claiming that they're hearing strange sounds over the speakers, the people that are trapped in space.
Wow. Bro, that's insane, because like when I look at things like this, people, they just normalize going to space now. At first,
Yeah.
going to space was such like a big deal. Like first guy in space, it was such a huge deal. No, they just normalize going to space. So now you're telling me right now the competence
What are you saying?
I said
The competence of
of like Boeing, because I don't know if you heard all these things about Boeing, bro, where they're trying to cut costs and doing things like
of
that.
course.
Yeah, so I can bet that's why like SpaceX was the company that actually saved them, because them
Yeah.
trying to cut costs left and right, because their new CEO. You see, that's the craziest thing, bro. Like, you see, when they study the CEO from companies, you get to realize that some people operate based on what's best for the company, and then some people operate based on what's best for their investors, right?
The stock price.
Stock price, and the investors and what's going on. So now when I see these things, you're just saying like, you just have to shake it because you just know this is just fucked. This entire thing is fucked. Let's just look at this right now. Boeing now stuck those guys and can't get them out. I know we're here freaking sounds. So
Yeah.
who hear the sounds? The SpaceX people?
The astronauts who got stuck. So while they're speaking, they're claiming that they're hearing some weird sounds. And space should have nothing. So
Nothing.
if they're hearing sounds, something else is out there with them. That's what they're claiming.
Oh, because if it have nothing, the person will make sound go echo. Anything else that make a sound that go echo from anything, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of like a pulsing noise, almost like a
So let's hear it.
sonar. Hear that? Configured for audio via hardline and CST. If you want to give us a call.
Okay, I'm in Starliner, and how do you read?
5x5. How many?
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm gonna keep the mic up next to the speaker.
Copy.
Hear that?
At negative,
Whoa.
Butch, we did not hear anything.
That.
All right,
You
Butch,
heard
that
that?
one came through.
Yeah.
Where is that coming from? You're in deep space.
Deep space, bro.
At
Like,
negative,
that's crazy.
Butch, we did not hear anything.
That.
All right, Butch, that one came through. It was kind of like a pulsing noise, almost like a sonar ping.
Yeah, I'll do it one more time, and I'll let y'all scratch your
This is
heads and see
today.
what's going on. Here we go.
This is today.
Configured
Wow.
for
Something else is out there, man.
Wow. That is wild. Bro, that is insane.
Yeah, man. Moving on. Your friend here.
But
Would
wait, what
like-
are they talking about? Social media censorship? What is what's going on, dog? Like, no, bro, it's like I don't even see these things, bro. Like, what's happening here? Let's hear this bullshit.
So they want to take off back Donald Trump. So
He has lost his privileges and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
So wait. So what's she saying right now? Is she saying that like because all
you
of these
need to
guys ban Trump?
censor people who are speaking to too many people, like probably Elon, probably Trump, because they're just directly communicating with too much people without people like censoring them, like carving out what they're saying or what is allowed to be said. Because that's
But-
dangerous, you know?
Brother, so if you're telling me that you want to subtract and add whatever, you're the liar. You're the liar here because you would rather them doctor every fucking thing rather than just speak directly to people. And bro, this don't make sense. I can't do it, this lady, bro. I can't handle her. I can't handle this lady, dog. No one's safe.
Yeah, bro. So that going on.
Kabbalah opens borders. Whoa, I've seen, bro. Isn't this the Telegram guy?
Yep.
Whoa, what is Telegram? What are they saying?
So he got locked up in Paris over this weekend. They are claiming that his platform is being used for drug trafficking and distribution of child sexual abuse images.
Oh, that is actually happening for real.
Yeah.
No, as in, bro,
You're telling me?
I'm telling you, bro. Let me tell you something. You see, every crime, every organized thing,
Mm.
it happened on Telegram. That's what happens. If bro, you see, if you want, all right. You see, my brother Daniel.
Yeah.
He's in a Telegram community right now. Any bad substance, anyone, you can just order it off that.
Oh.
You just tell him, say you want this, you get him the drop, and that's it. Like right now, lots of weed plugs. Their thing is on Telegram. Telegram is where they're on. If you want to buy any form of like drugs or anything, of course, that's where you're at. Most porn stars, like they're on Telegram. That's where they sell content to their communities. That's what they do, bro. Most like people who are just out there, like just doing bad things, bro. If they want somebody, just do it on Telegram. Because Telegram, they offer like the end-to-end encryption, all these things. Like, so I can just bet. I'm not surprised. So if this isn't false, like this is facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think
They're
you should
locked
lock
up.
this guy up. He's not the one selling this shit. He's just allowing people to like, okay, you want to do that? Do that. He doesn't give them the power.
They probably, I think the problem would be, say they ask to see the back end and he's like, no, I can't show you because it's confidential and I promise this to my customers. And they're like, we don't care. Let's see, like, let me see. I don't care what you have to say.
Let's see this fucking shit. Fuck your customers.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I don't
Okay,
care. Let
yeah,
me see let me see his DMs right now.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Bro, this is insane though. But this guy's still arrested?
Yeah, I think so.
So yo, that's crazy though. So seeing somebody like this where they wouldn't even that way. Musk ex banned in Brazil after disinformation. Bro. Yo, I've seen Musk posting a bunch of stuff about this guy, calling the guy a dictator, and who's he talking?
I don't know if it's a Brazilian judge.
It's a judge, bro. Yes. It's a
Is it
judge.
a judge?
Yes.
Oh.
It's one of those judges, a bald headed guy. And he's saying this guy is the there's Brazil doesn't have no leader. This guy is the leader. Well, he seemed pretty butthurt because he did super hurt about that. So you tell me one country can ban the entire platform?
Yeah, I think China banned Facebook and Google, no?
Wow.
Yeah. So this is happening. This is kind of strange that a whole country is doing that. Like, what are they trying to hide? Or what are they asking Twitter to do in the back end, you know?
How you ban a platform? How?
I'm not sure. Probably they speak to the cell phone and the internet providers and make the website not accessible.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, you just speak to all of the internet providers and the cell phone providers and make sure that nobody can access the website on their network.
Well, so what about if you're just using Wi-Fi?
Yeah, if you're using Wi-Fi, well, they speak to whoever your provider is, whether it's Comcast, Flow, Digital, and say,
But couldn't I use like we call it
a VPN.
VPN and just change my location?
Yeah, so they say if you use a VPN, they're gonna fine you $9,000 per day. So I guess it's your choice at that point. If they fine you 9,000 USD
Yes.
for the day,
That is perfect. That's exactly what I'm hoping to pay.
Yeah.
But that is insane. When you see something like that or hear something like that, that just seem like it's just a problem. It seems like it's just a problem overall. He said the company's legal representative would be held liable if accounts were reactivated. Excess return fines by refusing to comply. Wow. Being left. Wow, this is just insane. It's the latest of the series role involving a tech billionaire who has clashed with the EU over the regulation of X earlier this month. Became enrolled. Bro, I don't know. X have some really gruesome things on there still, bro. Not like him. Like I've seen people like really like head blob. There's some real shit. Gruesome acts. Like some
Yeah.
videos where you just never see. You never know people post those things. Like you're just very much surprised that yo people post that. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I not to know. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
World crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The world is crazy. But to see something like this, what happens to the people, the business owners, people who have businesses on X and that live in Brazil and all these places? Like
You
those
get
people business just get fucked. Like let's just get fucked.
pretty much. What's that
Wow.
called? Counterparty risk. When you just have risk based on some other influence.
Bro, this is scary, dog. This is
Yeah,
very,
bro.
very scary. But what's the other topics? Do we have any more?
So the next thing, and this is just pretty short, just Nvidia. Last week they had earnings and they really continued the growth story. They were still
Right.
showing 122% revenue growth. And this is just kind of Nvidia proving that the AI bubble hasn't popped and they are still expecting more growth going into next year. And that's
Wow.
actually good for the stock market.
So
And
Nvidia is
Nope.
getting more and more important as we know it.
yeah,
More and
so
more
it's
important.
still gaining market share in AI, gaming, mining, cloud servicing, all
I
of
mean,
it's
but no,
Hmm?
as people got closer to AI, it's now needed more than ever now because some people now them have some things right now that they're using with AI that like they can't even you just can't go back from that anymore. I can't
Yeah,
go
you
back from
have
using
to use it.
yeah, like me personally, I have to use it every day. Like I can't go back now. Like I'm stuck. And it's just crazy at where this just made me so lazier, bro. Like I'm so lazier because usually like I would take sorry, usually I would take the time and like try to figure it out, but now it's just like one button away.
hmm
Just one button away, just learning, or I can just do the voice itself and then just learn directly from the voice.
And that's very interesting. You're actually speaking about the example of what's happening where AI is literally taking away the market share from Google. Like, why would you Google something when you can
Oh yeah,
just
why would I Google it?
use your chat GBT?
Yeah, I have the specific thing.
hmm
Like
So
it's so
Google is
specific,
realizing an ad rev drop from that
right?
because people are no longer searching, they're just going straight to chat GPT, getting their answer and not wasting time going through.
Yeah, you don't want to go through a bunch of stuff, bro. Because when you come onto even Google overall, like you have to like go through a bunch of articles, sift through the fake shit, see the real thing, and hope say somebody one day posted that specific thing. Because really and
Mhm.
truly, Google only organizing information. They don't make those things. None of that
Mhm.
information they make, right? They just organized all the information in the world. That's all they did, right?
Yeah.
So then, what happens is when you are the reason why it take you longer for Google something is because when you type what is whatever, somebody somewhere had that question before, and somebody somewhere provided that answer.
Mhm.
And then you just basically reading whatever they already figured out. Somebody somewhere had some site that spoke about the exact thing. You understand? Like, that's just what it is. AI right now is just giving you this specific real-time
Answer.
thing, real-time answer on this thing. I know Grok looks so powerful where it'll give you the most up-to-date right now thing,
Yep.
bro. That's
Powerful.
insane.
And even from Grok, there's another AI called Claude. You can see it here. And this person basically gave Claude a PDF and said to make it into an interactive page. And it can basically do that for you automatically. So they basically
Wow.
gave it Tesla Q2 earnings
Yes.
2024. And we can skip ahead. I don't want to bother with it, but this is the prompt. Come up with a detailed analysis and summary with stock recommendations by carefully reading the attached earnings report from Tesla. Put together a nice, interactive, and highly detailed but visually appealing dashboard. And they gave it the PDF, and it just goes. Or we can skip ahead. Okay. So this is AI.
Interactive. Wow. Wow. Made it so easy.
One prompt.
But that guy, you can tell that guy have some prompt engineering skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, because prompting not simple enough, bro. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Because to get your specific results, prompting, you definitely need that.
Mhm.
You need to learn some skills in prompting. What is this? Wait, what is this video?
So this is 1X Neo. This is another humanoid robot startup. And I think this is important for Tesla because anytime you see startups start to come into a company or
Right.
around a certain niche, it kind of proves that the business is there, like the business has some potential. And that's a part of Tesla's one of their projects, which is the humanoid robot. So this is a startup that just does humanoid robots. 1X Neo. And they're claiming this is a humanoid robot, like not a person in a suit. I know you need one of these or two.
Well, bro, you're telling me these guys just start and then after these specific things. Elon just told us that in order to hold things, it took him years to figure out how to hold things.
I don't know if they just started. I'm just saying that they're just coming more public with it.
Oh,
I don't think they just started.
Bro, this is insane. But my fear is these things gonna turn on everyone and fucking just eliminate all these people.
Why wouldn't they? They have
Yeah,
to.
of course. I literally see it like that. I don't see no other way. But you know how it is, though.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
I guess this is it. Or do you have any more topics?
That is it.
Amazing. Guys, really hope this one resonates with you guys. I really hope this one is amazing. All right. Just let me know what you think about this. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and then actually just leave a comment about what you actually think and topics about what you actually think we can cover, what you guys would want to be interested in. All right. So thank you again. See you in the next one.